What if psychology wasn't born in one city or one school of thought, but in many places at once, shaped by cultures, histories, and communities around the globe? Meet the thinkers and practitioners who broadened the field, challenged its blind spots, and brought psychology closer to real people's lives. In a segregated America, Francis Cecil Sumner earns his PhD in 1920, becoming the first African-American psychologist. He builds programs, mentors students, and insists that psychology must study racism's impact on behavior. His legacy threads directly to Mamie Phipps Clark and Kenneth Clark, whose doll studies reveal how segregation harms children's self-concept. Their research later helps the US Supreme Court recognize that separate is not equal. Decades later, Martha E. Bernal, the first Latina to earn a psychology PhD in the US, fights from the inside to diversify research, training, and clinical practice. She argues that culturally responsive therapy isn't a niche, it's basic competence. Today's multicultural standards owe much to that relentless push. In Ibadan, Nigeria, psychiatrist Thomas Adeoye Lambo tries something different. Instead of isolating patients with psychosis, he integrates care with family and community, respectfully engaging Yoruba healing traditions alongside biomedical treatment. Hospital readmissions fall, stigma softens. Community psychiatry and culturally anchored care take a leap forward. In Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, Nise da Silveira rejects lobotomies and electroshock. She opens art workshops in a public hospital, inviting patients to paint, sculpt, and rebuild a sense of self. The studios become living laboratories of humanistic care. The artworks travel the world. Creativity is not a symptom to be suppressed. It's a path to recovery. In early 20th century Japan, Shoma Morita develops Morita therapy. Accept feelings, take purposeful action, and let emotions ebb and flow without forcing control. Around the same time, Yoshimoto Ishin formalizes Naikan, a reflective practice asking, "What have I received? What have I given? What troubles have I caused?" These approaches replace symptom chasing with acceptance, gratitude, and responsibility, principles that resonate in acceptance-based therapies today. In the Philippines, psychologist Virgilio G. Enriquez asks a radical question. What if Western theories don't explain Filipino experience? He founds Psicolohiang Pilipino, Filipino psychology, grounding concepts in local language and values, kapwa, shared identity, pakikiramdam, sensitivity, and pakikipagkapwa, fellowship. The message is clear. Psychology must speak the language of the people it serves. In Aotearoa, New Zealand, Maori scholar-clinician Sir Mason Dury offers Tiwer Tapawa, the house of well-being with 4 walls. Taha Tinana, physical, Taha Hinengaro, mental, Taha Wanao, family, and Taha Wairua, spiritual. If one wall weakens, the house tilts. Whole person care isn't a slogan, it's a structure. In El Salvador, Ignacio Martin Baró works amid civil conflict and asks psychology to side with the oppressed. He documents psychosocial trauma, shows how violence bends memory and hope, and argues that healing must include justice. Liberation psychology reframes the therapist's job, not only to mend individuals, but to name and challenge the conditions that break them. In Goa, India, psychiatrist Vikram Patel tests a simple idea with big consequences. Train lay health workers to deliver brief, evidence-based care where clinicians are scarce. Depression lifts, alcohol misuse drops, lives steady. Task sharing becomes a blueprint for reaching millions who would otherwise get no care at all. In Kolkata, India, Girindrasekhar Bose founds the Indian Psychoanalytic Society and debates Freud himself. Bose argues that Indian family structures and cultural meanings reshape conflicts and symbols. The takeaway isn't about who won the debate. It's that theories must bend toward culture, or they break. Different languages, methods, and settings, yet a common thread runs through them all. Context matters, culture is not a footnote, community heals, and dignity comes first. The story of psychology is bigger than two names or one tradition. It's a global chorus. When we widen the map, more students see themselves in the science, more clients find care that fits, and the field moves closer to its promise, understanding the human mind by honouring the many worlds it lives in.